All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shema Shabbat, Shema Kakwadash, double honor to the apostle and elders of the great millstone. Shalom to the Akimat, the pushing the word of sincerity and truth. Yeah, I want to do this lesson on this article pertaining to Hurricane Ian pushing the food prices even higher, in a possibility, and do speak on it in particular, because going to be a lot of more disasters, a lot more carnage, pandemonium in the streets. We already seen these things pertaining to the inflation rate, spiraling out of control. So automobiles and all these different industries that majority of people in the world know and love are starting to become something that they can't get their hands on, man. And then your bare necessities are following the same steps, to the point where you damn near feel like you're working for nothing, But it says Hurricane Ian is the latest natural disaster to impact food prices. The storm hitting Florida is already forcing orange juice futures to rise, and it may squeeze the country's fertilizer supply, which could have a far-reaching impact. Prices for frozen concentrate orange juice contracts hit roughly 1.92 per pound earlier on Wednesday, an increase of more than 5% from Tuesday, before moderating slightly. Florida is a leading citrus producer, including oranges and grapefruit. At least 75% of the Florida citrus belt is under threat of heavy flooding rains over the next 36 hours, according to satellite imagery provider Maxar Technology. Yeah, so there you have it as far as your produce, and like I said, these things are going to gradually get worse. That's why, in these times that we living in, the most essential thing to do is build our faith, because these things aren't just going to happen overseas and things that they're happening in our local cities, counties, states. It's a lot of destruction and disasters that take place, on the outskirts, but these things are starting to, happen right at home. I want to get that actually in Ecclesiastes 12. That's why in this grace period that we're in, it's essential for us to, stay in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, read, pray, fast. Do whatever it takes to get to the finish line, man. And to be in the good graces of the Lord, to have that protectionary hedge around us, because big judgments are finna take place, man. And a lot of jakes that are settled on their leads, a lot of jakes that don't have a clue of what's going on, they're gonna be victims of it. So this is Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the window be darkened." Yeah, so it's basically saying, prepare your mind, stay in the spirit of the Lord before all this hell and this dystopian future sets in, and it proceeds to speak about work, because if the produce is destroyed, what the scriptures speak about, there shall be no man to till the land for the blasting and mildew, in the book of Esdras, and that's like I said, indicative to the agricultural work. That's the bread and butter. That's the bread basket, what you eat your day to day. So this is 2nd Esdras 15 and 12. "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground, which is work, shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with the fearful consolation." Yeah, and that's an example of their seeds failing, from the blasting and hell and fearful constellations. You know, these disasters that's sweeping through, you know, these different fields, you know, tearing away these different trees and plants, you know, destroying the soil, you know, making it where, and you see a lot of people right now, they're getting, you know, federal aid, you know, to basically take it, you know, day by day. But when these things start to happen on all coastlines and all over the place, you're talking about destruction upon destruction from the judgments of the Heavenly Father. You know, it's going to be, you know, your personal relationship between you and the Lord. You know, what's going to happen when the government can't federally assist you? You know, when the government stretches itself too thin like Rome, you know, and the government is going to be basically your worst enemy. You have to be in the good graces of the Lord and protected by that hedge, man. You know, the scriptures speak about that, Psalm 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him, you know, and covereth them. So we want to be covered in these times, so when things take place, you know, we don't get caught up in the madness. You know, and I didn't want to make it too long. I just wanted to speak on that subject matter about the destruction, you know, more havoc that's taking place, you know, and you know, where we at, you know. So with that, I'm gonna end by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shem, Shah, Shem, Kakodash, double honor to the apostle and others, great millstone. Shalom, Maki.